Hey there, grab your coffee and let's talk business. How to grow it, how to sustain it, and how to harness the wonderful World Wide Web to do it. With me, your host, Jennifer Sikowski. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of Rainy Day Talks podcast. I'm Jennifer Sikowski, hoping that you're listening to this and you are someplace that you are safe and quarantined at home with your loved ones and not out amongst this crazy virus that we're all fighting right now. I wanted to pop on and record this episode because in the midst of all this crazy, there's a few steps that I'm taking within my business that's providing me a lot of peace. And I know we're getting hit with the lockdown and companies tightening up their expenses and evaluating where they're spending costs. And I know that other businesses in our community that are having to shut down, storefronts, coffee shops that are being affected. And my heart goes out to them. And so I felt the need to share what the steps that we're taking to provide service, but also some peace during this time. So the very first thing when all of this is hitting and we're in such uncharted territory, the first thing that I took to is had to assess our finances. That's number one thing, because we are a business and we do have overhead, we do have costs, and we do have subscriptions and software that we have to pay for to manage our customers. And so the very first thing is I checked our finances. Just did and made a list of, okay, here's what we can let go immediately. Here's what we can come up. Here's our contingency plan. Here it is. This is the reality. So number one thing I encourage you right now, if you're just not sure where to turn, look to your finances. Make smart decisions, meaning this is now not the time to be ordering any supplies or any extra office expenses online. Put a cease on any spending if you can. Also, just tighten up on hours. That's how we had to do. There's nothing extra, no overtime, nothing. We're just going to maintain right now. No major changes, no hiring, no anything. We're just going to maintain. Number two is to communicate with your team. That was the immediate next step. Once I got a picture of, okay, we are very blessed. We are okay right now. And this is how we're going to operate. And I just checked in with them. I really encourage you, if you do have an online team, if you have an in-person team, pick up the phone and call them. Check in on your team. Make sure, because let's face it, I mean, how we handle these type of situations as leaders affects our teams. It affects them not only in the office but personally. And since this is such a scary time, why should we add any more stress? Let's keep our head about ourselves and be a positive force for them. So that was my very next thing. Was I checked in on each of them individually. We have a global team, so making sure that where they are, that they're safe, their loved ones are safe, and what are they doing to take care of themselves. And then randomly checking in on them going forward. We also set a priority list for our projects and what needs to get done now and what can we focus on. And how can we be a positive force for our falling online and just what we're putting it out online. The third thing was to communicate with our clients. So we did a mass email out to see how we could support them, if we can put up a notice on their site, what can we do? Like I said, I can feel the heaviness of what's happening because we're a small business. And so we're trying to look at creative ways that we can help our clients. We can help our clients with their clients. And so that's my third point. If you haven't already, communicate with your customers, check in with them, see how they're doing. Because let me tell you, that support, that contact with them now, that will speak volumes about your business. And obviously now's not the time to be trying to increase prices or trying to make bigger sales. At least that's my stake on it, is now's the time to support, because the people who support, people who help each other, they're going to remember that once this gets done. So take the higher road, take the positive approach, do the right thing. I don't know, pick one, but just check in on your customers, see how you can be a help for them. Get creative. I think the more that we help one another, the better that we're all going to be. Let's face it. That was number 3. Number 4 was making the most of it. So if you are in a position that you are a solar entrepreneur, maybe it's just you in the business, maybe you could afford to just halt work right now and truly quarantine yourself. And if so, take this time to work on your business. Maybe you haven't fully set up a budget. Maybe you haven't taken that course that you purchased 3 months ago. There's so many online resources right now that are posting courses and training. It's unreal. Take advantage of the time. Do the right thing, lay low, and learn. Grow your business within the inside. Maybe it's content. Have you put together a schedule? And let's just be clear. If you haven't already, if you planned out your content, now's probably a good time to make sure that what you have out is still relevant. That probably should be another point, is how are you being relevant right now? So definitely make sure those campaigns that if you are running right now, to make sure that you are relevant. But number 4, making the most of it. Look how you can grow. What internal projects that you've laid off? Like right now, our priority is our customers and their projects. But we also know that it's pretty quiet right now. So what projects that we've let go of or haven't been a priority in our own business that we need to pick up on? We're always needing to work on our own website, our own content, our own processes. What processes do you have in place? If once things level out and you're able to get back to working and to scaling your business, what processes can you establish now or write to prepare for that growth later? I think it comes down to having an abundance mindset. Yes, we don't know what's going to happen. Yes, we truly don't know. So let's have the attitude of, let's make the best of it and let's plan for the future when it does get back to normal, and maybe whatever that new normal may be. I wrote down, maybe you just need to be still. I am the worst at this. I do not sit. We have a book club. I host book club for some girlfriends every month, and we decided to have it online using Zoom. And even in my swivel chair, I have a little one of those pedestal chairs, and right now I'm moving around. I don't sit still very well. And sometimes I think things happen to get your attention to just be still. So that's a challenge that I'm having for my own self, is just be still with the kiddos. Let's just sit down and put a puzzle together. Let's sit down and watch a movie. Let's just sit down at the table and talk. What can I do with them? So maybe this time, if you can afford to just be still, do it. Rest, read, take time to focus on your home. If you have small humans at home, God bless you. I know the struggle is real. I'm here for you. But take this time. I mean, how often do we say, oh, I wish I had more time at home. I wish I could clean out that closet. Or like I'm looking around my office and I got piles out of view of the camera and thinking, man, I really need to get a hold of that. Now's the time to do it. Pull out all the games. Pull out the movies you haven't seen. Shoot, play some video games. Whatever it is, just give yourself some grace and do it. If you've done all the above, you're okay or stable, or that you know that you can make do, and you're able to communicate with your clients, your team, and then just sit back and make the most of it. That's what we're doing. We're trying to remain positive, limiting time on social media, limiting time watching the news, and taking the time to reach out to friends, family, God bless. I mean, if you think about where we are now, where we have been, we have Skype, we have FaceTime, we have Zoom, we have free tools that we can actually pick up and have that FaceTime online with someone. I think that's incredible, and I think it's an underused tool. So I challenge you, if you're feeling a little stir crazy, pick up your phone and call somebody, FaceTime somebody, Skype somebody. I hope this finds you healthy. I hope this is helpful for you, and just realizing that there's tactical steps that we can take right now. Let's keep a level head. Let's not panic. And honestly, wash your hands and lean in on Jesus, because things are out of our control right now. We can only control so much. So let's focus on the good. I hope this is helpful for you, and I love to start a conversation online about what's going on or what you're doing today. A huge thank you to Mark at Mark Levander Productions for sponsoring Season 1 of Rainy Day Talks podcast. I'm very particular who we partner with, and Mark was a no-brainer. Mark does all of our video editing and puts all of the components and pieces together for our YouTube channel and podcast. If you are looking to publish your own YouTube series, podcast, or need photography work, please contact Mark through marklevanderproductions.com.